KandiShow episode 25. It's August 2nd. It is 1:26 p.m. Vinny Kandis.
I'm Alec Kandis.
And I think I have the Delta variant, bro. Fucking sick. My traps hurt. My eyes have burned.
For real?
I do feel sick.
Oh, get the fuck out of here,
I don't think
bro.
I have Delta variant. But if you're sick, you have to have COVID.
I got to spray you down with Lysol.
Yeah, you have to have COVID if you're sick. So I'm definitely a little under the weather.
I definitely had COVID at least twice.
No, I had COVID for sure when it happened.
Yeah.
I was sick for like 10 days, and usually I'm sick for like 4. But just my trap, like I know what I feel like when I feel like my traps hurt. I didn't do like anything shoulders or nothing. My traps and.
Have you been eating right?
Yeah, I've been eating right.
Yeah.
And I ran
you getting the protein in?
Yeah, and just honestly, it's because 1, the lack of sleep, but 2, I stayed working out, and with work drains my energy too. So it just like I had to like get my body used to putting out all the energy, you know.
Are you lacking in testosterone, maybe?
No, I'm grown.
You're getting older.
No.
Is it almost time for that therapy session?
No, I don't do that.
Your estrogen might be too high.
No, it's not that.
Are you getting are your nipples changing? Are you getting
it's hard talking to people 8 hours, 7 hours a day. That shit's draining. And then if I lack a little sleep and I keep working out, so just gotta get the body in tune. But
especially since you've been out for such a long time.
Yeah, so
you had a great week though.
Yeah, we did, but that's one thing too. I was thinking about on the drive over here. Let me get some water real quick.
Yeah.
But I'm just
have very low testosterone.
Super grateful just for life and just for everything. I remember when I was younger being like, how do you get a job where you just work from home? Like, honestly, I thought that. Yeah. Or how would you ever get there when I didn't go to college and shit? Like, so how could that ever be a possibility? You didn't think that'd be a possibility. And I don't even want to talk about specific work stuff, but just for the fact that through the pandemic now I get to work from home, that's pretty. No,
that's huge.
Yeah. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was younger.
Especially because you're still performing too. You know.
How could you work from home? Like, that's crazy.
It was less of a thing like a decade ago, though.
What, working from home or just working from home?
Today.
Yeah. But that's probably when I thought about it 10 years ago. I remember used to think like people work in their home, they have their offices at houses, and I know a lot of people they go to office and then they just have an office at their house. But I always used to think that'd be pretty cool to have a job from home, but I just never thought it would be feasible.
Right.
But anyway, we have a pandemic now. Now I work from home, and it's cool. But I just feel grateful for that and everything.
A lot of businesses are moving in that direction. Like even like the big corporations, because they saw like the performance was like the same or even better.
Yeah, that was
so they're like, why even spend the money for the office space like Google and Facebook and them, you know?
And I don't have to worry about going back. And some of these big Fortune 5 companies are going to make you have to have the vaccine if you work for them. Like Disney just passed that. And
oh wow, it's mandated.
Disney and Walmart, those are the two. Damn. If you work for them, you have to have the vaccine. So some of these Fortune 5 companies will do that, and I'm assuming maybe companies like that I work for will, because they're a big company like that. Maybe they'll end up having to do that too. But I won't ever have to go to the office, so it doesn't matter. So shout out to that.
Busta Rhymes recently went on a little COVID mask
rant. We can start with COVID anyway. I don't know where to start anyway.
Yeah, I kind of want to pull that up. You want to talk about it for a second?
So while he's pulling this up, in Vegas, we just had the mask mandate. Vegas is a left-sided state. You know, I just talked to my mom, and like she lives in Ohio, which is obviously a way more Republican right side, and they haven't done the mask mandate yet. Either Colorado, where our dad lives, they haven't done the mask mandate yet either. I'm assuming, obviously, in these next couple of weeks, everyone will. I'm surprised Vegas and them started this early. I mean, I know once winter comes, fall and winter, once people get sick, they're going to have one more big push, especially if they're starting in midsummer. But
there's a pretty big pushback, though, you know?
Yeah, but we've had the mask mandate. The good thing about the circles that we hang around with, at least I hang around with personally, is I go to LBAC. Those are the people who don't care about wearing the mask. So you can walk in that bitch without the mask on. Yeah. You don't have to wear it. My jiu-jitsu, they don't care. You know, they want you to walk in with it.
Are we snitching? I think this is snitching.
Nah.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing their mask in jiu-jitsu. It's wild.
Everywhere.
You got to wear your mask. You can now. It's like instead
of
like
3 feet.
Instead of Ezekiel, I fucking mask choke him. It's fucking ruthless. I did get actually my finger in my gum today and cut my gum.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's where you got the Delta variant for sure.
That's how I got Delta variant.
Here, listen to this, bro. See if you can.
Can they hear it? Are they gonna be good?
Yeah, they'll be able to. I want you to be able to though.
Oh, okay.
See if you can.
With this?
Hear this? Yeah, this was hilarious. I woke up to this today.
Go.
This is my second show in front of human life. Yeah. In the last 15 fucking months, COVID could suck a dick. All these little weird ass government policies and mandates suck a dick.
Damn, that's aggressive.
Stop trying to take our civil liberties away. Feels good to be back outside. We outside for real. It's called the God-given right of freedom, right? No human being is supposed to tell you you can't even breathe freely. Fuck your mask. I'm saying. Some of y'all might feel differently, but fuck your mask.
And I co-signed that message. Basically, he's like, fuck you and fuck your mask.
Okay.
Is basically the
nice. And I don't want to lose fans because we don't support masks, but shout out to people who like masks.
No, yeah, like you can have an opposite opinion. He's like just saying you're a human being, you should have the freedom to breathe air freely. It's like, you know, he's joking around partly too. Yeah. But he's just like, it feels good to be outside. I don't know when that was filmed.
It just said 6/19 at the top.
6/19?
I couldn't hear, but I could see the thing. So June 19th.
Yeah, I just saw it on a hip-hop blog
6
today.
6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so that was right when basically kind of we got the mask off. Because June 15th was when we were outside in California and it got passed. So and now obviously shit's changing here real quick. But
I co-signed his message.
Yeah, I agree. I'm cool with the mask. But like you said, some people haven't really said anything yet. But again, they'll be state mandates again, and fucking these people will come in and send emails to these corporations and be like, yo, make sure they have masks on. Right now, people don't really care, but we'll have one more little run.
We'll see.
For sure. But shout out to COVID-19.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes.
Shout out to Delta variant. Shout out to the people who take the vaccine and the people who don't. Yeah. That's it, right?
There we go.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to get to. A lot of sports stuff, a lot of fight stuff. If you don't like it, you can suck my dick, but that's how it's going today.
It's what Busta Rhymes
That's how it's going today. So that's how we feel.
Dick sucking.
So
actually, don't like dick sucking in general.
Yeah, so whatever. I don't really care what y'all think. So, all right, we got a bunch of ways. You tell me which way you want to go. Do you want to do Jake Paul Woodley, fantasy football, UFC 265 bets is this week?
Let's start with football.
Okay, start with football. So we're going to do something different. We want to get some sports stuff going. We've had a lot of basketball this year. It kind of ended, obviously, with but at least we talked about winning money with the Bucks and shit. And now we're going into NFL. So we decided we're going to do our own fantasy football rankings. I'm big into fantasy. Alex does the fantasy football with his friends. I've been big in fantasy football for 15 years plus now. I'm 31,
Yeah, hold on. Like, Vinny, like, if you listen to Vinny, you might think like, oh, this guy's a little slow in some areas, you know.
Choice,
and I heard he was dropped as a child and he used to play with outlets and shit, so you can't really blame him.
I did fall off of a pushing cart at a grocery store and crack my head.
Right, and he used to play with outlets and stuff, but that's besides the point. So I'm just saying he is slow in certain things, but when it comes to fantasy football, you are pretty up there in fantasy knowledge. You know?
I mean, I was paying like $350 entry at like 14.
Yeah.
$350 entry fee in 14, so you just add up.
I mean, and he can just drop stats like no other. At least for sure when he was younger. Probably still now, but definitely.
I see it even better now. What are you talking about? All right, so we're gonna do this week. We're gonna do our top 10 fantasy quarterbacks and our top 10 fantasy running backs. So cool. We'll start with quarterbacks. I tried to do it off top. I looked at some. I was at work last week, starting to get the group chats about. I do two big fantasy leagues. I do a keeper league, and I do a league where I go live and I draft. I still drive back to Palm. I live in Vegas, but I still drive back to Palm Springs to do this live draft at this Mexican restaurant that my boy owns. So anyway, I go do this live draft, and anyway, the moral of the story was the group chats were coming in. So I started looking at some rankings about a week ago. Today, I personally wrote this down in my notebook without pulling up any rankings. Hendrix on my phone. If I had my phone, I would have looked a little bit. So I'm trying without them. I know a good gist of it, but so I hope I didn't mess up someone or leave someone out. But we'll try it.
Okay, cool.
So let's do quarterbacks. Let's do from 10 to 1.
Yeah, we'll go 10 to 1.
You go. We'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
10. Okay, you number 10.
10 Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee Titans. Okay, I'm going 10. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles quarterback. They're going to be down a lot of games. He's going to be having to run a little bit, throw a little bit. I like Jalen Hurts at number 10. He's a sleeper I like too. So, I might have him a little higher than some people, but I got Jalen Hurts at number 10.
Okay, cool. Number 9, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, okay.
Yeah. Go with the GOAT.
The 44-year-old vet. It's funny. My 9's kind of like him, just the other guy. I got Aaron Rodgers at number 9, the ex-MVP. The only thing that would hurt some of these guys like that, they don't run as much and stuff. So their stats are they could have these big passing yards and passing touchdowns, but their running is big. So
I think everyone's list now leads more towards the hybrids.
Exactly.
The closer you get to the
fantasy,
one spot.
it does. If you get 80 yards running like a running back.
And there are multiple hybrids now. Before it was like 1 or 2. Like Mike Vick.
That's what makes my top 8. I mean, 7 and 8 are basically that.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Number Number 8, I actually went with Aaron Rodgers, a step above you.
Aaron Rodgers. And again, he was the MVP last year. He just didn't get any rushing yards, but
I am curious the motivation this year with all the beef that's going on behind the scenes with the Packers, but
the good thing is, like he said, he's about the players, So for the players, he'll make one run. Does that mean they get him over top? I'm not sure.
No, Aaron Rodgers is my favorite quarterback. I expect him, but
he's a savage, bro. Yeah. He's a big time star. He's handled like a champ. Yeah. He's super evolved. People don't get it. Like, he's really evolved. That guy's a G. And he's just going through Hollywood actresses, from Miley Kunis to Danica Patrick. Now he's on some new actress who I don't know. Like, jeez. No, it wasn't Mila Kunis. It was
that's Ashton.
That's Ashton Kutcher. It was the other girl who's even more crazy. Wish I could think of it. Dang.
Back to the fantasy picks.
But anyway, shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Number 8, I got Deshaun Watson. He would typically be higher, but like he's in Texas training camp. He's demanding a trade, so it's probably not gonna be on the Texans. But Deshaun Watson's like a top 5 quarterback. It's just a matter if he's playing the first couple weeks. So we'll see how it all pans out. But I feel like even if he sits down the first 2-3 weeks before they trade him, Deshaun Watson's so good. I'll still got him number 8. Deshaun Watson, number 8.
Okay, number 7 for me, I have Justin Herbert.
Hey, guess who my number 7 is? Justin Herbert. Really? That's my number 7. Yeah. Nice. 7, Justin Herbert. He was last year's rookie. He's kind of like Joe Burrow gets a lot of fame and Tua gets more talk. And Herbert's gets a lot of talk now. I mean, Herbert's cards are incredible. But Justin Herbert is actually the guy who they think is going to be the best of all of them. I still got a lot of hype in Joe Burrow and Tua, but Justin Herbert, I got number 7 as well.
Number 6, I'm going with Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russ.
Both of our favorites.
About to put 200 on him at 25-1. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's a $5,000 payout. That's how I'm feeling.
He's just a killer.
He's a killer. Bro, by the way, that thing I showed you, Russell Wilson, they have this summer camp he does every year. That's his house. My G's got a football field outside of his house.
Of course.
Basketball court. Sierra's
He's
over
one
there.
of those athletes that spend $1 million on recovery a year. Just,
Well, him and his wife. I mean, he got the $150 million contract, $134 million.
Oh, yeah.
But he brings all the boys in for summer camp. They, like, kind of stay at his house. He probably gets them a hotel or something. But he has a football field outside his house, a basketball court. Sierra's over there playing tennis with him on some silly stuff. And he just, like... I just don't feel like a lot of these new kids are much like that anymore. Just like this positivity team leader. I'll never forget Jimmy Graham was in the post-game press conference. He's like, I've just never been in a pocket where a guy just keeps it so calm in such an intense moment of like Russell Wilson driving down the field with a minute left in the fourth quarter. Like, what a G, bro. I'm putting 200 on them at 25-1. Facts. So, that being the case, I got number 6. I have Russell Wilson up there, but not yet. At 6, I have Dak Prescott. Cowboys, they're going to have one of the most high-powered offense. He doesn't run as much, but that's probably going to be like one of the most high-powered offenses out there besides like the Chiefs. Some people think Prescott could be MVP, but that team's culture soft, so they ain't going anywhere. Yeah. But shout out to Dak Prescott and stats.
That's kind of how I feel. I actually have Dak Prescott at my number 5 spot. But I am concerned with the offensive line. They were terrible last year, but they're healthy this year, so we'll see.
And again,
but and I don't trust the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys, to be honest.
It's a character issue. It's not like they're the Steelers. Steelers are always good with just grit and character. Cowboys are the opposite. They're like prima donnas.
Sorry, Cowboys.
But shout out to Cowboys.
Yeah.
Actually, your sister put money on them to win the championship too. $100
yeah, my sister loves the Cowboys.
And she put They put 300 on the Packers, but they should have waited until I made my bets. But all right, so we actually have 6 and 5 flip flops. So he had, I have 5 Russell Wilson. I don't gotta say anymore. I gave my Russell Wilson take. Shout out to Russell Wilson.
Okay, number 4, I have Kyler Murray.
Yep.
Another killer.
Kyler Murray's I have him high on mine. But I have at 4 Josh Allen. That's probably the other team I'm going big on. Buffalo, 10-1. I'm at least putting 2 on them, 200 on the Bills, maybe 250. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with my money. I don't want to put more out than 600, so I'm trying to figure out what I do. But
600, so you doing like 6 teams? Or you
No, I'm going to do big 3.
Okay.
I'm going to do big 3, either 250 on 2 and 100, but if I want to put 200 on Seattle, I might do 222. That's what I'm leaning towards, 222. Because I've been hitting so much, now I just got to start upping the ante, you know? So fuck it. Josh Allen, number 4. He had 46 touchdowns last year. He for a big white guy runs touchdowns in too, because they do a lot of QB dives, kind of like Cam Newton. So I got Josh Allen at number 4.
Okay, my number 3 spot is Lamar Jackson. He's the ultimate hybrid quarterback. It's just the consistency and the maturity in the league, and those are the things that concern me and why I separated my 2 spot from my 3rd spot. But
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, number 3.
My number 3 is Lamar Jackson as well. My biggest thing with him is just like injury prone. I feel like he's the one that I'm just always a little worried about. He's the Michael Vick of now, just doesn't throw as good as Michael Vick, but Lamar Jackson was just MVP 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And broke a bunch of crazy stats.
And he's a great guy.
Yeah, I love Lamar Jackson. The kids love Lamar Jackson too. He actually just got COVID too, which is unfortunate.
Oh, really?
They gave him COVID, but shout out to Lamar Jackson. Ravens are this team that I really want to put some money on. It's just like
it doesn't feel there yet.
It doesn't seem that. Again, fantasy, he's a killer because he can get like 150 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. You know, and he might only have 150 passing yards, but still, you know, that's a lot of points for a quarterback with 150 rushing yards. So I like him way more fantasy than I do making a big pass in the AFC Championship. So, but shout out to Lamar Jackson. I actually have him number 3 as well.
Okay, number 2, you had him at your 4th spot, but I have Josh Allen. Like you said, he's an amazing hybrid, and he's very consistent. He didn't have any off games. Like Lamar Jackson had a couple games last season where he dropped like 8, 10, you know.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen's consistently a killer, and I love the Bills. So
right.
Yeah.
And the thing with Josh Allen, too, and that's why I like the Bills, too, his progression last year, he's becoming like this top quarterback.
And their offense is a high-pass offense.
High power.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and they added 2 people, too. They added Emmanuel Sanders, who's been a G for a while, and they had a rookie last year. I'm drawing a blank. His name Gabriel something. He had 7 touchdowns, so they have a rookie who's going to be really good. On top of that, Stephon Diggs is like a top 3 receiver. So Bills are going to be good. Yeah. I'm excited for that. All right, number 2, we actually slipped 2 and 4. He had Josh Allen 2, Kyler Murray 4, I believe.
Yeah,
I had Josh Allen 4. I have Kyler Murray 2. Okay. Just because I think he can get a little bit more rushing yards than Josh Allen, and I like teams like Bills. The one thing is like I think they're good. So with fantasy, if you're up, your stats aren't as good sometimes because you can run a little bit more, even though they're going to be high power. This is like picking like real close to inches. Yeah. But I think Cardinals might be down a little bit more. So Kyler's
it's a little bit more fight.
A little bit more fight. A little bit when you're down, you got to throw more, run more. So, but I got Kyler Murray number 2. Let's go.
Damn.
I love Kyler Murray.
You have him higher than a lot of people.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of auto rookies of Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray. So shout out to Kyler Murray.
Okay. And number 1, I don't even think it's a surprise, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Best quarterback in the league.
Right. And no one isn't saying much. I got the same thing too, Patrick Mahomes too. And the funny thing is he doesn't run much either, but he can throw for 55 touchdowns though. That's the difference. Yeah. You know, Aaron and Brady can get like 35, 37 at this point. I think Rodgers had 37 last year, but they can't get more than that. Just they're too old. They're not even too old, but their teams will be up. The same thing. Patrick Mahomes might do something stupid and get like 55, 60 touchdowns. And there's one more game this year too. So this is the first year.
Yeah, he was saying he wanted to be the first team with what would be the record then?
Well, 19-0 it was. Now it's 20-0, which sounds cooler on paper. Because there's one more game this year, which is big. That's why a lot of things I'm looking to into futures, and we'll get into that probably in a couple weeks. But is durability. I'm almost looking at teams with like a decent backup quarterback. That's why I don't like the Ravens. If Lamar Jackson goes out, they lose 4 games. So it's like now I'm looking like can they have someone who can come in and be manageable for a couple years? 17's a lot of games, bro.
That's a lot.
In a COVID year where COVID could take you out, where you already get injured, where quarterbacks run more, it's going to be a durability thing. So, which we saw in NBA this year, which is less physical than NFL. Yeah. NBA was more about who was the biggest attribute was who can be healthy. I mean, the Nets got hurt, Lakers got hurt. I mean, and that's basketball.
Cool. So do you want to go over our picks one more time?
Yeah, you go your 10-1, and then I'll do my 10-1.
All right, cool. Number 10, I have Ryan Tannehill. Number 9, Tom Brady. Number 8, Aaron Rodgers. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 6, Russell Wilson. Number 5, Dak Prescott. Number 4, Kyler Murray. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 1, of course, Patrick Mahomes.
Do you have this on just our faces right now?
Yeah.
It's not Busta Rhymes in the back?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not, yeah.
So we're just keeping our face. I would say put the NFL thing up, but as long as Buster's not in the back. All right, so my 10 Jalen Hurts, 9 Aaron Rodgers, 8 Deshaun Watson, 7 Justin Herbert, 6 Dak Prescott, 5 Russell Wilson, 4 Josh Allen, 3 Lamar Jackson, 2 Kyler Murray, and 1 Patrick Mahomes.
Cool.
All right, that's our fantasy football quarterback 2021 top 10 rankings. And let's get right into the next one. We'll go. We're also going to do our top 10 running backs. Let's do same order, 10-1. You go first.
Cool. Number 10, I have Saquon Barkley.
Nice.
I kind of struggled with my 10 spot, and I was thinking of putting a few other guys in there, but he is such a stud. He's just so injury prone. That's but right. If he is playing, he is the Giants' offense, you know?
Yeah.
So if his ACL can stay healthy and he can stay healthy, I mean, he is the Giants. So.
I mean, Saquon Barkley has literally killed me 2 years in a row. I drafted him in the first round 2 years in a row, and he gets hurt both years. Fucking hurts my heart.
Yeah.
But I have him up there too. But my first at number 10, and this one is kind of dropped because as of today, Carson Wentz, the Colts quarterback, who Colts were kind of team I was looking at, but Carson Wentz now out 5 to 12 weeks with a foot injury. But they have the best offensive line in the league, them and the Browns. But so if they had a quarterback, Jonathan Taylor would be a little bit higher. But I'm going with number 10, Jonathan Taylor, second-year running back out of Wisconsin. Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor. Let's go.
Yeah, he's actually my number 9 spot, Jonathan Taylor. He was a rookie last year, kind of fought for that number 1 spot, and he achieved it. He's definitely their number 1 running back prospect going into this year. So, yeah.
What's funny, we actually have flip-flop. So, yeah, he has number 9, Jonathan Tayller. I have number 9, Saquon Barkley. Don't need to say anything else. I hope he stays healthy. Giants are one of these, like, long shots. If they could stay healthy, I could see Giants being good. Big market. Daniel Jones, their quarterback. They got Kenny Golladay, receiver from Lions. I could see Giants being a sleeper this year, but I got Saquon Barkley number 9.
Okay, cool. This one is kind of a sleeper pick. I didn't see him on many lists. I have Joe Mixon, the running back for the Bengals. With Bernard out now, he's going to get more catches, and he's a stud.
That offense is going to be better. What's funny is my number 8 is Joe Mixon.
Really?
We didn't even talk about this or nothing. Like, it's just funny. But my number 8 is Joe Mixon as well. I think the Bengals are going to be better. The offense is going to be better if Joe Burrow stays healthy. They got more receivers with Jamar Chase now. Open up the field. And Joe Mixon's been good the last couple of years. So I got Joe Mixon number 8 as well.
And with Bernard out of there, you know. Number 7, I have Austin Eckler.
That's a good one. I think that's the one I might have left out of my top 10. Austin Eckler for the Chargers. I had him last year too, and he was hurt for a while.
Yeah, he gets targeted with a lot of catches. He's a killer.
Yeah, that might have been the one I left out, honestly. I did this off the top, but I got number 7, Aaron Jones for the Green Bay Packers. The offense been moving. He looked really good last year. I got Aaron Jones at number 7.
Okay, number 6, I have Ezekiel Elliott. He is a stud. Again, like I said, with the quarterback picks, I don't trust the Cowboys. They had a terrible offensive line last year. They're coming in healthy, so I expect them to ball out. So Ezekiel Elliott is my number 6 spot. He is a star.
Yeah. I got him coming up. My number 6 first, I got Nick Chubb for the Cleveland Browns. They have the best offensive line in football. They should be one of the best teams. That means they're going to be up. That means they're going to pound the rock. He just got an extension yesterday, 3-year, $36 million, which is pretty good for running backs. So they don't really pay running backs. The last big one was Le'Veon Bell, and that was a disaster. The 5-year, $50 million or whatever he got, and he hasn't been good since he got paid. But I got Nick Chubb, number 6.
All right, my number 5 spot is Aaron Jones. I mean, he again with the pass targeting, he's going to be huge this year.
That's why I did number 7 for Green Bay, Aaron Jones. My number 5 is who we just had at number 6, Ezekiel Elliott. He actually had his worst year ever last year. But the thing people don't talk about, Dak Prescott was out. They didn't have a quarterback. So, of course, and Ezekiel Elliott, I felt like he was the only guy there, and he kind of took his foot off the gas. And again, they didn't really have a passing threat.
Which was the case. And no offensive line.
And Andy Dalton was the quarterback. Like, do I need to say more? But shout out to Andy Dalton. Ezekiel Elliott, number 5. I think he has a better year this year. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he ends up being top 3 this year. I'm kind of high on him, but we'll see. I don't really trust the Cowboys, though. But shout out to Ezekiel Elliott.
All right, cool. My 3 and 4 spot I kind of struggled with, but my number 4 spot I have Derrick Henry.
Okay.
I mean, such a stud. Yeah. But I didn't know really where to place him. He doesn't get catches, but he just runs the fucking rock down people's throats,
So the top 4 are kind of in set. It's just kind of where you want to put them.
Right.
But my number 4, and I'll get into Derrick Henry in a second. My number 4 is Alvin Kamara for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. The thing with him, it's like, again, there's some question marks with that team just because there's no Drew Brees, so it's not the same. It's either Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill at quarterback. So it's just interesting to see. Now, that maybe means they're going to give him the ball more, but it also means that maybe the passing lanes aren't as open, which means the boxes are a little bit more condensed, so he doesn't have much room as when Brees was there because they're scared Brees could pick you apart. So you had to be more watch out for the pass. So that being the case, I can see him being top 2 as well. But I got Alvin Kamara number 4.
All right, he's my number 3 spot. I have Alvin Kamara.
Okay. Yeah. And then my 3 is I'm going Dalvin Cook at number 3, Minnesota Vikings. I think he led the league in rushing last year. I could be wrong, but I know he's top 2, top 3 on everyone's list. The only reason I got Cook and Kamara, and I'll say that in a second, but I got Dalvin Cook number 3.
All right, Dalvin Cook's my second spot. Yeah, number 2.
And then my number 2, who you had number 4, I have Derrick Henry at number 2 this year. I was down on him, not down on him last couple years, but I used to always put him at like 4, 5, 6.
Right.
The thing is, like, I trust that he will be out there. Like Cook and Kamara, even though Cook had a great year last year, his big thing always was he always got hurt. Right. So it's just like Cook and Kamara, I can see getting hurt. Derrick Henry might not catch as many balls, but he's going to be out there pounding the rock. scoring a bunch of touchdowns. And Tennessee now has Julio Jones, so they're going to have to watch out for the pass. They already had a big emerging receiver last year in A.J. Brown, so now they have A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, so the coverage is going to have to watch out for him, opening up more holes for Derrick Henry. And, yeah, that's it. Derrick Henry number 2.
Yeah, my number 1 spot, again, no surprise, I have Christian McCaffrey. I mean, amazing hybrid, can catch the ball, can run the rock.
Yep, the highest
overall amazing player.
Yep, the highest rated running back on Madden, 97 overall.
He was getting a lot of hate for that.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not him specifically, but Madden was.
Madden?
Yeah. At least on the hip-hop blocks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's the best fantasy running back. He gets the most catches. He gets the most passes. He has Sam Darnold this year, which is going to be interesting. So they got a new quarterback, and it's just volume. He just gets so many catches, runs the ball a lot. There's not like a third down back. If he's healthy, which he wasn't healthy last year, he's one of my keepers in my keeper league. So it's good to have him if he's healthy, because he was hurt a lot last year. So I got Christian McCaffrey number 1 as well. Read your 10 again.
Cool. Number 10, I have Saquon Barkley. Number 9, Jonathan Taylor. Number 8, Joe Mixon. Number 7, Austin Eckler. 6, Ezekiel Elliott. 5, Aaron Jones. 4, Derrick Henry. 3, Alvin Kamara. 2, Dalvin Cook. And 1, Christian McCaffrey.
All right. My top 10 fantasy running backs for this year. Number 10, Jonathan Taylor. 9, Saquon Barkley. 8, Joe Mixon. 7, Aaron Jones. 6, Nick Chubb. 5, Ezekiel Elliott. 4, Alvin Kamara. 3, Dalvin Cook. 2, Derrick Henry. And 1, Christian McCaffrey. All right, that's our top 10 fantasy football 2020-21 running backs for this year. We'll do receivers and tight ends and Ds next week, but we just want to get those out there. Let's go.
Cool. Nice.
All right, so fantasy football's done. People wearing masks are soft. I'm just kidding. Let's get off football. Let's get into some fight stuff then. Let's do, or should we just do basketball before we get into fight stuff real quick? Just cover basketball things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you have something to say about our friend?
Yeah, I got him in a second. Hold on. Okay. He's coming up in a second.
All right, cool. So what do we want to get into?
Yeah, I should get into him right now, but I should have opened up with him. But
yeah.
Let's.
I don't want you to forget about that.
Yeah, and I got him. Hold on. So while I'm pulling up these futures, I should open up with it. But so real
what
quick,
futures are we talking about?
So I just want to pull up this real quick. NBA.
Okay.
So last week, Russell Westbrook got traded to the
Lakers,
Los Angeles Lakers,
yeah.
And I'm pulling up the Red Rock futures. The funny thing is, I told Alec this now. It's 1:53 p.m. At 3 o'clock today, free agency opens, and it's going to basically, because like a lot of these teams, Lakers, Nets, they don't have any players. So free agency, they're going to fill up. Or Warriors, like they're saying Warriors are probably get Andre Iguodala back, Nicholas Batum, and a lot of guys are going to go everywhere. So we'll know more next week. But as of right now, with the Lakers switch, Pro Basketball Futures, my brother has incredible Wi-Fi at his house, and which means the LTE is even worse.
It's not how
like
it
this
works.
app works everywhere. Oh, here we go.
That's not how it works.
Pro Basketball Futures. Okay. It's still loading, just FYI. It never has this issue.
That's just your slow
So who do you
shit,
think's
right?
favored? Nets or Lakers, 1 or 2?
Lakers.
Nets plus 225, Lakers plus 240.
Oh, okay.
So it's close.
It's close.
But Nets plus 225, Lakers plus 240, and then the next one, Warriors are plus 500, 5-1. They believe in Curry and the boys.
Damn.
But yeah, 5-1.
That's surprising.
Bucks at 7-1. Almost a little disrespect on the champs. I think they're going to come back more confident next year. Bucks 7-1. Clippers are all the way to 15-1. Wow. Suns 16-1. Jazz 18. Sixers 18. Hawks 18. None of them can win. I don't think Suns can win either. I still think it's the top 5. Clippers, Bucks, Warriors, Lakers, Nets are the only 5 teams that can win it all. The only one I need to see if Mavericks get another player, but like the way Luka Doncic is, like that guy can just win it by himself. So, which I'm excited. We might have a big week this week. So Slovenia plays down to the final 8. So Slovenia plays Germany tonight. They're minus 14. But anyway, yeah, I won't get to that yet. So Nets, Lakers, Warriors, Bucks, Clippers, and I think the Mavs, just because Doncic has become the best player in the world. That's all I really got on that.
Cool.
The only thing.
Who do you have in the 2 pick though? Lakers over Nets, or Nate?
I'm not sure. I need to see the role guys. The role guys are going to be key. What we see today, because like Lakers could get guys. It just depends.
But just what you know right now.
I need
star power.
I can't do that. I can't do it. These
Okay.
key guys are going to be important.
All right.
Because like Lakers could get guys. Yeah, I don't know. They could get like Derrick Rose and Melo and all these dudes. Like, I need to see who they get.
Yeah, if they get Melo, I'll bet against them.
I mean, right now I like Nets. I think I like Nets. Yeah. But we'll see.
Again, it's an injury thing, man.
It's an injury thing. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like, can they stay healthy? I mean, Kyrie always gets hurt. Durant torn Achilles. So
they need to get these guys on fucking steroids or something, you know?
Yeah. So we'll see. Mark this minute down right now. What minute mark are we at?
We're at 29.
29. Okay.
30, actually.
So this is a good transition real quick. Last little sports thing. That NHL player, Evander Kane, right?
Yeah.
He, I guess him and his wife are going through it, and his wife went on Instagram.
They're getting a divorce or something, right?
Getting a divorce, yeah, and just went out and said that he bet against his team and put bets on hockey, which is pretty not good. I've always thought, like, there's probably players doing this anyway. Yeah. But and also like he had to pay back a casino in 2019 $500,000 from a bet something he owed. So he's definitely been in with the books and stuff. So it doesn't. It seems real to me. Like
no, it's real.
He probably was for sure. But
his ex did him like that.
His ex did him like that. That's
a little rough, scary, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hockey's weird. Bunch of losers. Who likes hockey anyway?
Bro. A lot of people love hockey. I love hockey.
Hockey's for losers.
Golden Knights, bro.
What?
Come on now.
Yeah.
It's what powers our city.
But anyway, shout out to and they just got rid of Marc-Andre Fleury too, so he's gonna play for Chicago Blackhawks. So Knights might be done.
Get rid of him.
I mean, you're like he's old, whatever, but
yeah.
All right, so that's it. All right, let's get into sports stuff. I mean, let's get into fight stuff.
Okay.
Let's do. You want to talk about 265 since this week, and then do Jake Paul Woodley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So UFC 265, we did a breakdown video. It's soaring up in views as we speak. Check it out, UFC 265 predictions. But we always do it right after the last pay-per-view, so all the lines aren't out yet. Mm-hmm. But the lines are out now. Chiesa, Brian, when we first opened and we're like plus, what I tell you was plus 120 or something, it's going up. Oh, I mean, William Hill has him up to plus 105. It's almost a pick 'em. I almost want to get that in right now. Cyril Gain and Chiesa.
Wow.
But a two-team parlay. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Minus 360, huh?
Yeah, maybe I should cover that better. So it's UFC 265 this Saturday, August 7th. It's Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight championship in Houston, Texas. Cyril Gane up to that's FanDuel minus 4, but William Hill, which we've been following, minus 360. Derek Lewis plus 280. We got Jose Aldo. Some guy tried to get angry with us on one of our things, saying we don't know about Aldo's last fight. I don't know what he's talking about. Aldo is minus 135. Pedro Muniz is plus 115. I like Aldo in that fight. Michael Chiesa is plus 105. Vicente Luque minus 125, which I think is the best fight on the card. Chiesa versus Luque. Angela Hill versus Tisha Torres plus 115. Tisha Torres minus 135. I like Tisha Torres in that one too. If I want to go big on this one, I might, but we'll see. Casey Kenny versus Song Yadong is a great fight. Even that one minus 120 plus 100. I think this fight's incredible. Bobby Green versus Rafael Fizev, even though Rafael Fizev's up minus 330. Bobby Green plus 260.
A lot of scraps.
You know that's going to be a scrap. So let's do here. We'll just do this briefly. Favorite straight bet and then parlay.
Favorite straight bet? I mean, the odds are so skewed, but Cyril Gane, I see no way of him losing. But it is minus 360. Yeah, I mean, it is the best bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we're doing straight, I like Cyril Gane too, but let's get into parlay. Then what would you like in the parlay? Let's do that.
Okay, I'm going to go Pedro Muniz, Cyril Gane, and, God, I'm going to skip over the Michael Chiesa fight just because he trains at 10th Planet. And I'll go with Casey Kenny.
Oh, so Casey Kenny, Munoz, and Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Cyril Gane, Michael Chiesa, and Tisha Torres, 3-team parlay. Bang! I've loved how Tisha looked her last couple fights, and that's a good fight, but I think she can get some takedowns. That's a fun fight. But and I don't even like betting women fights. But I got Tisha Torres, Michael Chiesa, Cyril Gane, 3-team parlay.
Cool. There we go. It's going to be a fun card.
It's going to be a fun card. We'll see. And then next, just a little sneak peek. That'll be next week. We got our 266 breakdown. Just go down there real quick. I'm just a little preview for us. 266, we got Volkan. Oh, and we got 5 lines art already. Let's go!
Wow. Ortega plus.
Look at that.
Plus
Volkanovski, Ortega, Johnny Walker, Thiago Santos, Lauren Murphy versus Valentina Shevchenko.
Wow, look at the Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler fucking
go.
line. It's pretty close.
Jairzinho Rozier. We'll do that next week, though. So
yeah. Cool.
But we got 5
That's
for
an
that.
amazing card. I can't wait
That's
for
fun.
that. That's fun.
All right, let's do. Before we get Jake Paul Woodley, do you have anything to say on Vitor Belfort versus Oscar De La Hoya September 11th?
Not really. I saw what's his name, Vitor Belfort beat up who's the TikTok guy that fought Austin McBroom and
Brian.
No, not Brian.
Eric? Huh? No, Bryce Mitchell.
Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall.
Bryce
Mitchell's a UFC fighter. I always say that.
Yeah. Bryce Hall. Yeah, I saw him hit him with a little.
It hurt him.
Yeah. Body
Vitor might fuck De La Hoya up.
Oh no, Vitor is fucking.
Bro,
what do you mean?
Are they really fighting? Vitor's a savage.
No,
He's
Vitor's
not like
beat
the
the shit out
dude
of
you want to
him.
really box.
No.
That's an old man.
Are they testing him?
It might be De La Hoya's karma coming to him.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Are there tests this fight?
I don't know, but we know Vitor. Vitor was the problem test child.
Oh, there's a lot of Brazilian supplements.
Yeah, and got retired, and I'm sure he got right back on it. So.
100%. Like he should.
But shout out to that fight. The only other one is Celebrity Boxing is continuing their run. After Lamar Odom getting his beautiful second round TKO of Aaron Carter. He's continuing. On to the next. They got Lamar Odom versus 53-year-old. What's his first name? Riddick Bowe. So we'll see. October 2nd, Celebrity Boxing is continuing with Lamar Odom as their headliner versus the ex-heavyweight champion Riddick Bowe, who's 53. But I probably at 53 still whooping Odom's ass, but we'll see. But I don't got much take on that. That organization is really shitty to me.
Yeah, stop it.
These guys.
Stop it.
I mean, they must have made some money. I don't know.
Stop it.
It looked at it like a casino where like an amateur MMA would be in like fucking Arcadia, California.
Yeah.
But shout out to Arcadia, California too. All right, that's it. So let's get into a fun one. So we always do these ones, but we finally got, actually today when I was driving over here, we saw they got the undercard for Sunday. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather did that. They're trying to be cute and do their own thing, but Sunday, August 29th, 2021 on Showtime pay-per-view. Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of town. That's the night of my draft for that. But Showtime pay-per-view.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
The headliner. It's Jake Paul's first fight on Showtime, which I'm excited for. It's a more real event. All of his other ones were on Triller.
Right.
Oh, look, they have the little ad now for 266 on the right, bro. But and then so right now they're saying the Showtime pay-per-view co-main event, and they had this girl on the when they did the press conference. This Amanda Real Deal Serrano. I think she would have been training with Jake a little bit, but I guess she's like a big time, like real good fighter. I want to say she's like 6-0 or something. Versus Yamaleth Mercado. That's going to be the co-main event. And then we got the undercard. So this must be an article that just came out today, huh?
Yeah.
Showtime pay-per-view undercard. We got Ivan the Beast Barichik. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. Versus Montana Too Pretty Love. And then we got why do they all have nicknames? Daniel Dynamite DuBois versus Giuseppe Joe Cusumano. And then the last one, which is Tyson Fury's little brother, who was trying to pick a fight with Jake Paul.
Right.
But Jake was like, this guy doesn't even have any fans. Tommy TNT Fury versus Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. First and foremost, which we didn't pull up, do we have Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley odds?
No, we don't.
You want me to look on my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start from the bottom up. Let me just see if we can find anything.
I mean, that fight's the only fight that I'm excited about is the Tommy Fury versus Anthony Taylor. And I'm going to go with Tommy Fury, TNT in that fight.
Yeah. They want that fight for Jake, but
that's
even if he wins this, don't give him that fight. Let's have Jake fight more stars.
No, he's going to have to get he's going to have to get some traction before he get that Jake Paul fight. Even Tyron Woodley's a little down the line, but you know.
For who? What are you saying down the line?
Popularity.
For who? Tyron Woodley? Tyron Woodley's way more popular than fucking Tommy Fury.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah, I mean.
But
he was on TMZ and shit, and like, I mean, Tyron's pretty big.
Yeah.
But Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley odds. My brother's Wi-Fi is horrible. His whole connection.
You're not even connected. Not even connected to the Wi-Fi.
So maybe you should do it on yours then, because this
Can you not find it?
I can't load.
It's because you have anything. What do you have? What's your service? Cricket?
I have 5G,
you have Cricket Mobile.
Verizon. I paid the whole thing.
Wait, you have Verizon?
Yeah, bro.
No, you don't, bro.
5G.
You get those Walmart
5G.
$5.99 a month cards.
Hold on, tickets are on sale. Oh, by the way, you know what we didn't say?
What?
Do you know where this fight is? Cleveland, Ohio. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley odds. For our podcast listener, we're looking up some odds real quick. Blame us. Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Paul's a slight favorite at minus 138.
Yeah. Woodley plus 100. Okay, we're not getting to that first. So who'd you pick? Oh, we're both going with Tommy TNT Fury, little brother of Tyson Fury. I got him by Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. He might be a little smooth. But I got Tommy Fury by 6th round TKO.
All right. I'll go Tommy Fury by 8th round TKO.
Okay. Next, we got Daniel Dynamite Dubois versus Giuseppe Joe Cusimano at heavyweight. Anyone with the name Giuseppe, I got.
Yeah, I'm going with Joe.
Giuseppe is a savage. I already know. Like, I mean, Dubois is soft, but whatever.
That's aggressive.
I got Giuseppe by 3rd round TKO.
I got Joe by 1st round TKO.
Okay. All right. So on to the next one. Ivan the Beast Baranchik versus Montana Too Pretty Love at welterweight. You go first.
I'm definitely not going with anyone with the nickname Too Pretty or with the last name Love. So I'm going to go with Ivan Baranchik, the Beast, by decision.
Okay. I don't know these guys, but by the name, I'm assuming we got the little, like, Ivan, what is that, Russian? That's not Russian. That's Polish?
I don't know.
So, whatever he is,
Russian.
This is where they're going to be like, you guys don't even know what they look like.
We don't.
Yeah. Montana Too Pretty Love is probably an African-American dude. It's probably quick. I got Montana Too Pretty Love by decision.
I was thinking like a white dude with a fucking mullet, no?
Love Too Pretty? No.
Yeah, I got it. Can we look him up?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Let's look them both up, just out of disrespect. We got to make this a video anyway, so we can put some time into it. We'll break down Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley in depth. We'll give you our deep analysis.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got him for sure.
Yeah, no.
Pull up the other dude.
I have the wrong picture in my head.
I mean, you know, these Russian dudes are pretty tough, too, but Ivan the Beast... Come on,
let me
bro.
copy and paste this, bro.
Names.
I'm not tapping that.
You want me to tell you what Giuseppe is, too?
Huh?
I can tell you what Giuseppe looks like,
too.
Oh,
you can spell it? Images.
I mean, he's a tough dude.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Beast.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a good fight, though. It looks like
at least we can put some faces.
Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, we should be doing this every fight, bro. All right. So we'll move on to that. And I actually know this one. I've seen this girl. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano versus Yamileth Mercado. Amanda Serrano is supposed to be a savage. Okay. So I got Amanda Serrano by decision.
Yeah, I'll go with the Real Deal Serrano by decision.
All right. So the main event, the headliner at Rockage Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, the fight you guys have all been waiting for. I want to read it down real quick. It says right here. So real quick, it says social media star Jake Paul, now undefeated at 3-0 as a professional boxer, will welcome former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley to the sweet science. The 39-year-old chosen one will no doubt be looking to avenge the loss of his longtime friend and training partner Ben Askren, who was punished by the problem child last April. First and foremost, Ben Askren was stuck in the mud, slow, couldn't move. So that was a mistake by even thinking like, oh, he's a real fighter. Bro couldn't.
He's too focused on cryptocurrency.
Yeah, he couldn't move and playing fucking frisbee out in his front yard or whatever that's called.
Have you ever played that?
It's not frisbee. What's it called though? Out of disrespect, it's not. Is it ultimate frisbee? No, it's not that either. What's that game?
It's like when you golf with frisbees.
Yeah, you like throw it through the trees and shit. He's got a whole course. That was cool. He actually just posted something on Instagram. He had a whole tournament.
Oh my god, what's it called?
He had a pro-am tournament at his house.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
So that's what he's doing with that Jake Paul money, huh?
Yeah, he's bored.
Nice.
Teaching wrestling to kids. But shout out to Ben Askren. Yeah. So we got Jake the Problem Child Paul for Tyron Woodley. I remember when it opened, it was minus 160 Jake Paul. Yeah. Woodley was like plus 140. So we're down to, we got Jake Paul, what we saw, minus 138. Woodley plus 100. This is close. This one's hard for me. This one's,
Is it hard?
We keep going. Yeah, it is hard a little bit.
Really? Mm-hmm. So what's making it hard? What's leaning you more towards Jake Paul's side? Because that's more interesting.
What's leading me more?
Because I mean, like Tyron Woodley, like thinking he's gonna win, it's kind of self-explanatory. But why are you leaning towards Jake Paul?
The one thing I've seen Woodley fight, he does throw these like in MMA. Now I'm assuming you're gonna switch it up, but I don't want to. Like he can't change his whole punching style. Like he does these like trying to bang hard punches. Boxing, a lot of it is just straight punches. Now hopefully Woodley knows that and throws more straight punches. But we know Jake Paul's been throwing this overhand right that's straight and connecting. So I hope Tyron is crisp and throwing. But it's like I don't want to be like, oh, I took Tyron and be like, well, we never seen him throw straight crisp punches ever, so why would he do it now at 39? You know, his thing was like heavy.
Because he's just an incredible athlete.
Right.
And fighter.
Just like we thought Ben Askren was a real fighter.
It's different, though.
And we thought like he'd be able to throw a straight punch. The guy couldn't even move.
It's different.
It is different.
Yeah. And Tyron Woodley, I don't know if you've seen this most recent video. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm training to fight Mike Tyson. Like, he's playing, like, this Disney Channel soft shit.
But let me tell you about Tyron Woodley, too. Here's another thing that hurts me with Tyron Woodley.
Be careful.
I know, but, like, I'm not going to hurt. It's not going to be bad. Yeah. He's lost, like, when you get those things that you do in your life to build character points, he's done the opposite. So, like, he got a little...
He was a UFC champion.
Went to Hollywood, fucked all these hoes, lost his family, lost his wife that when he came up in the game and was champ, you know, was living the TMZ Hollywood lifestyle, probably doesn't have many friends. Like, his character level is lower now, in my opinion. But try to be a rapper, and you can't rap.
Yeah.
These are just facts, though. I mean, not, you know.
Right.
So those things add up in fights. You become more hollow during these things. Like fighting, you should do the higher character things, aka Khabib, which makes you thicker in these fights.
So if this is a character battle, are you claiming Jake Paul has more character?
I don't know. I don't think Jake's as hollow as Tyrone, though.
Really?
Yeah.
You
know.
I'd have to disagree with you on that. It's not easy to become a UFC champion.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he
has more like character then, you know.
Well, it's if he can tap into it, you know. I know he doesn't want to get
Hollywood fame and did the little thing.
Did he lose 3 or 4 fights before he left the UFC?
4.
Yeah. So if he lost 4 fights and now he's fighting a Disney Channel star turned boxer.
We can't keep calling him that. Oh yeah. Okay. Right.
Turned boxer.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's a boxer now. He's 3-0.
Right.
But I don't think he can take that embarrassment. Hopefully,
we thought Ben Askren, Olympian.
No, but Ben Askren,
sport Olympian, got knocked out by a Disney character in 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. It's
like it is different.
I feel like Ben didn't give a fuck the whole time. I mean, Ben came in out of shape. Tyron's not coming in out of shape.
Askren was the MMA champ. Willie was the MMA champ. Askren's 39.
Okay, but
Willie's 39. Actually, Askren's 36. Askren was younger. Willie's 39.
Way more
Askren
athletic.
has more character than Woodley.
No, I mean, he literally didn't train for that fight.
Askren has more character than Woodley. You agree with that?
I don't know them as men,
okay.
but from the outside perspective,
I promise. I know what it looks like. Askren has more character. Now, the only reason we're giving Woodley a little bit more, he's a little bit more athletic. No, way more athletic.
A lot.
And just more better fit.
I mean, he's just a way better. I mean, it's just really if he can tap in and get motivated. If he's motivated,
if he's learning
which I
the
think
crisp
he is,
punt art of boxing,
he is, bro. Okay. He doesn't want to get. My point was leading up to that. He lost 4 fights coming out of the UFC.
How about this?
How embarrassed? Like, what do you do?
How about this?
What do you do?
In that most recent fight,
like, just as a man,
Luque, when we watched together, Vicente Luque, he runs at Luque, and we were happy.
He actually looked good. Looked good.
We were happy because Woodley actually came and fought, right?
Right.
But he still ran up and did this thing.
Okay, but it's in an MMA fight.
Okay, so we're hoping in a boxing fight he throws some Chris overhand rights.
I'm sure he will.
I hope so.
I'm sure he will.
I hope so.
I think you're underestimating him. I think you're
you
disrespecting him a little bit.
You just told me to use my whole Jake Paul point. That was all. I still think I'm going.
No, but you went so hard against Tyron. I didn't know we were getting in a character.
I'm just looking at depth now before I underestimate Jake. And again, he's still the favorite at minus 135, 138.
Right.
You know.
The thing that, like, you know, is that the mandatory rematch clause? Is that a real thing? Is that proven? Okay.
If Woodley wins,
so,
they
like,
have to
if
run it
that's a
back.
thing, it kind of, you know, if you're thinking about losing like that.
But Jake loses steam, you know?
Right.
It loses money steam if he loses.
I don't think they had the same clause with Ben Askren, is all I'm saying.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No,
so, obviously, he's more of a threat, you know?
Yeah. No, but he's clearly more of a threat than Askren.
Okay. Yeah.
Askren got knocked out in 12 seconds or whatever.
And he was
like,
fat.
He
came in fat.
Yeah, he did.
Like, I don't know what I would have to do to even get that body at this point.
But Willie's one of the guys, too. I want to be clear with Willie. He's one of those guys you can just stay fit, though. He keeps that body type.
Yeah.
So we don't know if he's, like, running the miles and shit. Like,
I bet he is. I
hope.
I have faith. I have faith in Tyron
Woodley.
Woodley.
Anytime I watch Woodley talk, I just don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
And again, it's just because of the lack of opposite of character things. But that being the case.
It's hard when you get some money.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ask Khabib. Who you got?
I'm gonna go
Khabib's
with Tyron
a perfect
Woodley.
example, though, for real. That's
no,
why.
he
He's
is.
a samurai.
No,
like,
there's no better.
His friend, nothing. He doesn't even talk about his wife. You don't even know he has a wife with 2 kids.
Yeah.
Like chilling. Like he's a savage. But
no,
anyway.
yeah, definitely.
And he's like the cream of the crop, but still.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean that's top level.
But still.
Yeah, but
anyway,
I am going with Tyron Woodley. I don't.
What are the rounds? Do we know the rounds?
I don't know.
How many rounds is this fight?
Does it not say it on this?
It doesn't say it on this one. No.
All right,
How many rounds is Jake Paul?
Give your pick while I try to.
Well, it's okay. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley.
Rounds. We're trying to find the fight details right now.
10-ounce gloves, fighting 20x20 ring. Click on that one right there.
Where do you see that?
CNET.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. 10-ounce gloves.
So for our podcast listen, we're trying to see how many rounds. Can you just go down a little bit? How to watch? Oh, for fight weight, height, more, and stats here. 10-ounce gloves, 20x20 ring.
They haven't announced it, huh?
How many rounds is Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? Please search that. It has to be out. The fight's in 4 weeks. How many rounds is Paul versus Woodley?
I mean, I don't think
versus Woodley.
When the Mayweather versus Logan Paul fight,
right?
8 rounds.
8 rounds.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So it's 8 rounds.
How long are the rounds?
Huh?
How long, though?
3-minute rounds. It's a pro fight.
Okay.
So it'll be 3-minute rounds, 3-minute rounds for 8 rounds. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. You're going Woodley by what?
I don't know. 8 rounds. I'll go by. Oh God, it's not. See, I can't really see him winning, to be honest. Like, I can't picture it in my head.
Who?
Woodley.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just Jake Paul just keeps surprising us, but I'm gonna have to go Woodley by 2nd round TKO. Damn. Which I don't see. I don't know. That's what I'm going with, though. Tyron Woodley by 2nd round TKO.
I'm going to hate myself for this, too, when Tyron Woodley goes and wins. But I'm going with Jake Paul, 3rd round knockout. Ooh! Boom! Let's go!
Damn.
Jake Paul, 3rd round TKO. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling.
Are you going to put money on him?
It's not going to be that first where he gets in the first round and he's knocking people out, but Tyron's going to get a little tired. And after that 3-minute, 9-minute, that 3rd one.
You think Woodley tires out?
I think Woodley tires out, yeah.
Okay.
Again, Jake's a young dude,
Yeah.
Wrestled. He's a good athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's only going to keep getting better, too. That's
I'm going to just keep underestimating him every single card.
And I want Tyron Woodley to win. Let's be clear. Yeah. I do want Tyron Woodley to knock him out. It'd just be funny. And they could do a rematch. So, but I got Jake Paul 3rd round knockout. Bang!
Yeah, I can't picture in my head the headlines of Jake Paul knocked out. I just can't see it. Can you?
The only way I could see Tyron Woodley win is a decision, but even that, I can't see it going that long. Tyron's a big muscle dude. He gets tired in the 2nd round of MMA fights, which is 5 to 10 minutes.
The thing is, Jake Paul hasn't been hit. He hasn't been hit.
Yeah.
Especially by a guy like Tyron Woodley, I'm sure maybe in sparring, but I'm saying live and, in front of us.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. I'm excited.
I'm excited. April 29th or August 29th. We're not too far away. Today is August 2nd, about little less than 4 weeks out. Cool. So that's our Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley predictions and bets. Let's get it.
Nice.
Okay. Next up, where are we at?
52.
Okay, cool. Only thing else, we got some songs, some music stuff. Is about it. You want to show me some stuff, right?
Yeah. So, speaking of fights, for some reason this week or this past week, it's been hip hop versus the LGBTQ community. At least 2 hip hop artists. Starting in, do you want to do the Dugg one, the 42?
Or you want to do that one?
All right, cool. So this video came out a few days ago. Of 42 Dugg with his child, and for those that can't see it, but you'll be able to hear it, he's kissing his son's neck, and he licked his neck with the kiss, but it is his son. But
so basically,
for those watching this on YouTube, you can see it.
So people, what was the thing?
People are just saying this is an inappropriate way to kiss a child.
This was an LGBT thing, though, right? This is just a separate thing.
No, well, so after this, he was getting a lot of hate, and people were like, this is kind of sus and weird, And then 42 Dugg went on this kind of big rant, which I don't even think we could read. Let's see what. Ain't nobody going for that. Yeah. Okay.
Watch your words.
Can we read it or no?
I wouldn't read it. No.
Okay. But basically, yeah. How can we maneuver?
He's basically saying, "How you gonna call me GAY? And I'll come down there and smack the shit out of you." Blah blah blah.
Basically, he's saying it's
Yeah.
We got to be careful.
See, I don't.
I mean, we're just reading what he said.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody going for.
No, that's not. That's good.
No.
Okay. He's just telling everyone.
If you're on YouTube, you can read it. Yeah. But yeah, he kind of went on this little rant.
Basically saying, suck my dick and go fuck yourselves.
Basically.
That's it.
Yeah. And he's not on some.
After facing backlash for posting a video of him licking his son's neck.
Yeah. But then he came out and apologized to the LGBTQ community after this. But what do you think about the way he's kissing his son?
I don't know.
Like, it's your son. I don't think it.
Yeah, I don't think I get it.
It is weird.
I also heard people think it's weird to kiss your son on the lips. Like I kiss my son, so
yeah.
I don't think, and I'm not
the lick and stuff. No, like it does make me feel weird.
More, but I still it's not terrible to me.
Yeah,
like,
but
I'm
it's
not
not
gonna
creepy.
hate
That's
you.
his son.
Yeah.
He loves his son. Like
Yeah.
it is a little weird, but I went,
Yeah,
the
and
hate that
again,
he's
if you're like
getting
putting
for
on video at an angle, like it might make it look a little weirder.
No, it does make
but like
it look
the
weird.
kid, like if he's just with his son and doing something, it's not looking.
Yeah, I go everything based on intentions, and his
Yeah.
intentions aren't being a creep.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a little weird though.
Yeah, but I also used to think some people thought it was weird just to kiss your son. Like I don't think it's weird at all. Like if that Tom Brady video came out and he kissed his son or something,
Yeah.
like I don't think it's bad to kiss your son.
This is definitely worse than the Tom Brady.
No, this is definitely worse.
kiss,
But again, I think the angle and video makes it seem worse.
Yeah.
Like intention out of his face towards you, Dugg doing it. He's not like he's just fucking messing with him. But
If I'm lucky enough to have a son, I don't think I'm gonna be tongue kissing his neck, but
no, yeah.
to each his own.
Yeah.
And then going on to the next story, DaBaby performed at Rolling Loud last weekend, and before the song here, I'll play the audio for you guys in the video.
Shout
if you're
out to
watching on
Dugg
YouTube.
for being in his son's life. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. So this is the DaBaby controversy. This is what he said before performing.
Can they hear it?
Yeah.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Oh,
Fellas,
this is
if you
Demi
ain't
Lovato.
sucking
Is she
nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
air.
real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
Yeah, so basically he said that before performing, and he's got a tremendous amount of backlash. I saw like Madonna came after him on Instagram, Demi Lovato, the whole crew kind of went after him, and
the go along get along gang, as Kwame Brown calls it.
Right, and he kind of like shut it down, and he was kind of holding his ground for a second.
Oh, he doubled down, yeah.
Yeah, and he said
the
these guys really think they got influence, huh?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, these guys really think they gonna influence people to stop fucking with the influence. They go crazy, but what I say, not y'all. I got the influence and the nuts, guys. Y'all guys cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I substituted guy for, I'm sure you could guess what word, but
the one thing that I first went, like, it wasn't like, I know the LBG came at it, but to me it didn't come off like he was going at gay people that much. Like unless you're including
like,
HIV, but can't women and straight dudes have HIV and stuff?
What?
But can't straight people have HIV and AIDS? Like
not typically, but unless you're doing drugs like heroin or something.
Which they all are.
Yeah, but for the
Cocaine
majority it's AIDS. But that's not the only thing. It was also he's like, if you suck dick in the parking lot.
That's funny to me. Like I think
I
that's
know,
funny.
but okay.
Like our friend who he's been sucking dick since 6:30.
Okay.
Our friend. What do you mean? Since 6:30 on Friday. I haven't seen him since. Yeah, like what happened to him?
But he's openly gay.
That's true.
But like we approve of our friend. Like DaBaby, they're saying this is gay shaming and shaming people with AIDS and stuff. And he was getting hit by everybody. And then Lollapalooza, they put out an apology that they had him, and then they canceled him and not letting him perform. And then the Gov Ball in New York City, I guess that's another little festival. Everyone basically canceled DaBaby, and they're trying to cancel DaBaby. He held his ground for a little bit, basically saying "fuck y'all," but then he came out with an apology once the pockets were hurting. So
social media
LGBTQ wins again.
Social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people, I'm not reading this. He didn't write this. He had some publicists write this.
Basically, he said, I want to apologize to the LGBTQ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV, AIDS, and I know education on this is important. Love to all. God bless.
He 100% didn't write that.
Oh, 100%. But once it starts turning your pockets and you start really feeling that cancel. I mean, think of how many people were calling Rolling Loud and the New York City Go Ball, whatever.
Yeah.
But
see, all sensitive.
Yeah, but those were two big stories this week.
Yeah.
So, shout out to DaBaby.
Shout out to
42 Dugg.
Shout out to LGBTQ.
Yeah, shout out to everybody doing your thing.
I think sometimes when they say these things, they're not trying to like be just so disrespectful, but it could just be.
No, I don't think DaBaby really meant something. Yeah, I think he was just trolling, being funny. But maybe it's out of touch with today's climate. And you can't make comments like that. Yeah. And I that is it. But Yeah. All right, let's go. But that's it for that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, those are the two videos.
Yeah, those are two videos.
Let's see on the songs of the week. By the way, the cream's starting to rise to the top. More I've been listening to Roy and Maul, more I've been listening to Joe, bro. Joe's starting to get it back.
Yeah.
Joe's starting to get it back, yeah. The more you listen to Roy and Maul, it's cool. It's getting a little, like...
I didn't watch that most recent
A little
video.
cringy.
Yeah?
You know, yeah. It hurts when you don't got the fucking go-to player there,
Yeah.
you know. And
Did you watch the Belly video?
Yeah, that was good. But
It was
Rory was a
good.
little cringy to me. But I think he was sick.
Rory was.
Yeah. He was sick during
In
that
what
time,
way?
too.
In what way was he cringy?
Just, I don't know. That's all I can say. He just made me cringe a little bit.
Like, was he...
I don't know if trying too hard would be the word, but that's the best thing I could probably say. Trying too hard.
Which I'm sure he is.
Yeah, which you sure he is. So
Yeah.
that's all. But I listened to the first a little bit of this Roy and Maul one, but it was funny. Like, they want to talk about, like, not wearing a condom thing and the condom thing, but it was funnier when you had Joe in it, too, because Joe brought, like, this other, like...
Joe's just a character.
Joe's great.
Yeah.
And Joe is, like, I'm telling you, the last couple of pods, bro, he's been killing it, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
been
we'll
killing
definitely
it.
know within, like, a year.
The cream ball is rise to the crop, and I even think
To the
the
top, yeah.
Roy and Maul recent one has less views than the first couple were did. We're only at number 6, but again, shout out to Roy and Maul, shout out to Joe Budden. But
Yeah.
I wrote up, I think Joe Budden sounded good, and the reason I wrote that he's starting to, like...
My favorite thing recently is, like, when I go on Instagram and I catch Joe Budden or Royce the 5'9" live streaming. I love that shit so
Yeah.
much, especially Joe, though.
Yeah.
Last night,
Joe's great, bro.
before I went to sleep, he was like, he does these little R&B jam sessions.
Yeah.
It was like midnight his time, and he just fucking plays songs and talk shit. I love Joe Budden. Shout out
Joe
to
been
Joe.
getting his bag. I've been like...
Yeah.
He just dropped a new on Patreon, too. I was about to play it on here, but I talked to my mom instead, but I'm going to play it on the way back. But all right, let's do it.
Cool.
Songs of the week.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I got King Los dropped a remix over that new song Wild Side. I think it's that Normani and Cardi B song. But I got King Los Wild Side remix.
All right, cool. Actually, the only artist that's replied to one of our reaction videos,
Ooh.
Chris Webby. I was surprised because it's a
Young M.A.? Is it
Young
good?
M.A. feature.
I didn't play it just because of
Whipping, yeah, it's a cool song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Chris Webby.
Shout out to Chris Webby.
Yeah.
Next video he does will do a reaction to him.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all suck. All right, let's go. Next one, we got Song of the Week. I'm doing, just dropped yesterday because I want to see some rap beef. I got Cassidy dropped a diss song towards Tory Lanez called Perjury. You know Tory Lanez ain't gonna keep quiet, so hopefully Tory Lanez drops pretty soon here. See what happens. But I got Cassidy, song's called Perjury.
All right, cool. Actually, this is the first time I've heard of this guy. I got it off my release radar. The song's titled "The Narcissist" by Brady Watt, Westside Gun, and DJ Premier. So, pretty hard song.
All right, that's it. Where are we at time? We good?
We're over an hour.
All right, good. All right, so we had, if I had any kind of interconnection at my brother's house, you'd think he fucking lives in the
If you like make the same joke, it's so off though. 'Cause
the middle of Montana. Like, God, we're in Vegas, like the heart of like Wi-Fi and shit.
You're not even connected.
But
to Wi-Fi.
KandiShow 5G LTE doesn't work.
We're
As
at
of an hour and a
299
half,
still. Can
After
you
an
just-
hour and a half
yeah.
ago when the LTE worked, just loading. We had 299 subscribers, so by the next time we pod, we will for sure have over 300.
Yeah, so
Hopefully
thank
have a
you
good
for
push
that.
today. We're gonna get some videos out this week, some fantasy football stuff, Jake Paul Woodley, and just tell them all the stuff.
Cool, yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. First of all, if you made it this far, really thank you. We appreciate that a lot. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify if you want to listen to the audio version of this. We have a Facebook page. We appreciate you all. So, thank you.
If my brother's Wi-Fi works, he'll get some TikTok videos out this week as
gotta
well.
stop with that joke. It's
all
not
right,
funny.
well, that's it. KandiShow episode 25. We out here.
Thank you, guys.